I'm here now at Fort Stevens in Washington, D.C., the site of the only Civil War battle to occur within the city itself. The battle here was the finale to the Confederacy's third and final invasion of the North in 1864. Fort Stevens was one of nearly 70 forts forming a ring of defenses around Washington, D.C. Fort Totten, Fort Reno, and Fort DeRussy are just a few of the forts whose remnants may still be seen around here, and whose names may be familiar to those who live in the area. Although we are now surrounded by an urban environment, in 1864, this area would have been surrounded by farmlands. In June of 1864, the defenses of Washington were largely undermanned. In July, Confederate General Jubal Early crossed the Potomac into Maryland in an attempt to draw Union troops away from Richmond. He defeated the Union Army at the Battle of Monocacy and continued his rapid advance on Washington. By July 11th, Early's exhausted troops were encamped on the outskirts of the city. Confederate skirmishers tested the defenses around here, which were still manned mostly by militia and even invalids. Overnight, however, veteran reinforcements arrived, bolstering the city's defenses. The Battle of Monocacy had bought just enough time for Union reinforcements to arrive from Petersburg. The next day, July 12th, the fighting intensified around Fort Stevens. The Confederate attack was repulsed, and the Union counterattack drove them back. Long gone are the early days of the war when picnickers would come to witness the battle. The fighting around Fort Stevens, however, did attract one notable spectator. President Abraham Lincoln himself came to Fort Stevens to view some of the action, standing right here on the parapets behind me. As bullets from Confederate sharpshooters whizzed by, a soldier, believed to be future Supreme Court Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes, shouted at Lincoln to "Get down, you damn fool." This was the only time in American history a sitting president had come under enemy fire. Realizing that veteran reinforcements had arrived, Jubal Early and his army withdrew and were soon back across the Potomac in Virginia. In all, the 2 days of fighting had resulted in an estimated 874 casualties. Although Early had failed to capture the Union capital, he had succeeded in diverting Northern troops away from Richmond. In General Early's own words, "We didn't take Washington, but we scared Abe Lincoln like hell."